Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Archbishop Spalding. We're here at Whittles Field for an overcast and blustery day for this matchup against your Archbishop Spalding Cavaliers and the McDonogh Eagles. Andrew, it's the opening day of the MIAA season. How important is this game for both teams?
Well, first of all, good to be back in the booth here with you, Sean, and I'm excited to hear your play-by-play. We got a rookie on the mic today, so send your emails, send your comments, questions, concerns. But again, happy to be here.
You can notice why I didn't say my name.
But no, I think this is a big game for both teams. You know, McDonogh's coming in 6-0. You got Spalding coming off of a tough loss last week, but this is setting the tone for the rest of the season. You know, MIAA play, this is as good as it gets. So both teams are going to come out fired up to play.
And it looks like the opening face-off. Fighting for it.
Be a release here.
And that ball's scooped up by Christmas. McDonogh will clear it.
Might have gotten away with a push there, but letting them play early, which is good to see.
McDonough's taking their time clearing.
Offsides.
Oh, offsides call. Going back, white ball. And ladies and gentlemen, Spalding is in the white. McDonogh is in orange. Duffy with the ball up top.
It's good to see Duffy on the field early here. I think he was getting going, you know, early last week, and hopefully capitalize again this week.
Moved by Garza. Duffy with the ball over to Bennett.
Good movement here.
Oh, shot by Garza, just wide. No backup, though, Andrew. Looks like it's McDonogh ball.
Yeah, but I like what I'm seeing early from Spalding. They got into that weave motion. They had a couple of drifts. You can see McDonogh had a little confusion on the pick play. Got his hands free, just a low angle shot, but early and often.
Looks like Andrew Katzen up top. So they have a little bit of numbers. Settled up again.
I'm curious to see what Spalding's defense is going to do here. They've been strong all year in the man-to-man and really set the tone as far as being a physical team. They want to, you know, go toe-to-toe with anybody they go up against. But they threw a zone in, you know, early in the season. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that mixed in here a little bit.
And it's fair to say this is going to be one of Spalding's tougher tests they've had this season.
Yeah, one of the top teams in the country. I mean, year in and year out, and there's an early goal.
Great inside move by Luke Miller, junior, who's actually heading to Notre Dame. Puts McDonogh up early.
Yeah, one of the top teams in the country. I mean, year in and year out, and there's an early goal. It's a strong move, right? But defensively, Sean, I mean, it seemed like he was in pretty decent position. Maybe he got caught sleeping, thought he was maybe in the transition, you know, just looking to move the ball, but then decided, changed his mind and went to the cage. Are you okay with his positioning there?
I mean, that was a great quick move inside. You know, you'd like to see some contact. I know once they make that move, try to slow him down a bit. And it looks like McDonogh comes up with the ball. Like Robbie Hopper is playing defense on the ball. Now, if you're Spalding, how important is it for your confidence moving forward to get a stop here?
I mean, early in the game, you love stops, right? Don't get me wrong; they'll take them whenever they'll give them to you. But early in the game, I think it's super important. I mean, a team like McDonogh, they're going to score, right? I think if you can limit the runs, and as I say that, but inside goal, kind of a garbage goal there. Yeah,
it looks like loose ball, just kind of got lost in the shuffle, picked it up and put it away.
I always love being the benefactor of those. You know, right place at the right time, just pops in your stick, and
I think if you can
no one gets the assist there, but just a good garbage goal.
And as I say that.
But yeah, like I was saying, McDonogh's going to go on some runs, and you just got to limit them and respond the right way. The keys for me, though, I mean, honestly, it's going to sound like a broken record, but if we can maintain, you know, a plus-minus.
Ryan Criswell coming up with it.
Turnover-wise, if you can limit your turnovers, limit McDonogh's possessions, I think you'll be in good shape.
So what do you do here if you're Coach Ford? You know, you're down too early. and you have the ball in this possession. What are you thinking?
I'm sticking with the program. I mean, like you said, it's early in the game. The first possession they had was, I thought, relatively smooth. People were going the right places, and I like what they're doing here. They're changing up. They found a shorty matchup, going back to Diego, who had that early shot.
Like Garza dodged from the top. They're spinning the ball. Back to Newell up top.
Good stick there by 11.
Yeah, that's A.J. Marsh, a senior heading to Navy. So here to go with Garza from behind again. Feeds over to Duffy, just can't quite handle it. Looks like Gordy Bennett will give a go.
Great move.
That's a great move, and that's a great goal. Waved it off in the crease.
Looks like both officials were on different pages.
I'm not mad with that effort. It's good to see Duffy really go hard to the cage. I'm not terribly mad about that one.
We need to go to the replay on that one. I had one official give me the thumbs up. Goal's good.
And Christmas carrying the ball over, heading to Duke next year. Looks like Spalding's got their veteran defensive midfield unit in there. McDonough's going to go from up top.
Good double there. Nice hit.
Nice hit, no
flag.
call.
No, they gave it to him.
Oh, they gave it to him. It looks to me like that might have been a cross-check up high.
I think it looked worse than what it really was.
Yeah, it looked like he was slipping a little bit as he came up.
Yeah, it's bad timing there, but I'm happy on the double team. That's scouting report at its best right there. Saw he's coming top side, stepped out above the pick, jammed him, made him turn back.
So Archbishop Spalding man down for the first time today.
Did we see if it was non-releasable or if it's just I guess we'll see here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he just called the cross check or called it up high. McDonogh moving around the horn. It's going to be crucial here for Spalding to be communicating, moving quickly. Good check. Spalding comes up after the turnover. Let's see if Spalding can stick with their clearing game today.
30 on the penalty here. Got to get it over.
Good effort by Ruiz to get it across. And errant pass picked off by number 28, Matt Christmas.
Outside.
Ball outside shot.
Big ground ball here.
So they're fighting for it.
Good look. That's a
La
great play
Rochelle
right there.
comes up with that ground ball. Great ground ball.
Nice heads-up play there.
Good clear. Looks like
even numbers here. I don't mind dodging early. Now they're man down. So get your offense on, settle in.
Yep. So I guess the penalty's up. We're all even now. See, we have Gordy Bennett, Duffy, and Garza on the midfield. Garza's going to go. Dodge.
I tell you what, I like how 10's dodging today.
Dodging hard.
Dodging hard, dodging with a purpose.
Yep.
I think that's something we've been missing, honestly, the first half of the season here. They're struggling for identity. They're looking for a guy to put the ball in his thing and say, I'm the guy, I'm going to make it happen. The straw that stirs the drink.
Well, and as we talked about it before, when people are going to the cage like that, you're forced to pick them up and respect them when they go.
And that opens the rest up for him. So I like what I'm seeing early.
Looks like some ball control here from Spalding.
Yep, 20 on the shot clock.
Jack Newell. Good defense. It's Paul McLucas on the ball. Ran into the double.
There you go.
Yep.
3 flags. Every ref's on it.
Oh, good take by Duffy.
I don't know if it's my excitement but it seems like the players were playing with the same excitement that I got right here. I mean, the pace, I don't know if it's MIAA, it's a different pace than what I've seen the past 6 weeks from Spalding.
Well, this is what all of the games that they've played thus far have led up to, is this game. It's the start of the MIAA season. This is where the rubber hits the road, and you're playing a very good McDonogh team, and it looks like the guys have risen to the occasion. I know they're young, and we talk about a little bit of their inexperience, but there's a lot of talent on the Spalding team, and you're seeing it today. They might be down by 2 goals, but it looks like they're running their offense. They're sticking to their system, as you've talked about, Andrew.
It's a big man-up opportunity to put one in the back of the cage.
Up to Gordy Bennett.
10 on the penalty.
Over to Garza. We have Comans on the wing. That ball's batted down. Spalding looks like they're going to come up with it. They get it. Penalty's over.
20 on the shot clock.
Andrew, what do you do here? Do you have your play drawn up?
I mean, coming out of a man-up situation, I'm okay with not getting a great shot as long as they maintain possession.
Gordy Bennett took that shot. Looked like he was running away from the goal. Couldn't really get much on that. McDonogh, quick clear.
Even numbers here.
Even numbers, but they're going to press it. And it looks like McDonogh's going to settle it down. They wanted to go for it, push the pace a little bit. That might be part of their
pushing.
Might be part of their game plan here, pushing it a little bit. Got James Tolker up top with the ball. Over to Blake Resnick. And he's going to go from up top. Good defense by Jamison Kaufman. And we got a little hang up here. Quick. Wow. Quick pass.
You blink and you miss it.
Yeah. That was a interesting goal. It's like goal scored by number 19, Hunter Metz. He's a freshman, a little behind the back. I mean, it looks like Spalding had defended that pretty decently. It just was a good feed, good finish.
I haven't seen. I mean, I think Spalding's defense, to your point, they're playing solid, man-on-man defense, and you've had a couple unfortunate bounces. That was a great look, thread the needle and had a great, individual play by the freshman going behind the back. Sometimes you tip your cap, but.
McDonogh comes up with it. I mean, Andrew, how important? I mean, ground balls are always important, but how important are they against a team like McDonogh?
I think it goes hand in hand with the turnover battle and the face-off effects. To limit possessions from a high-powered team is critical. And every rep that you save on your end gets your young team another shot at it, right? Another chance at some muscle memory and some confidence building. So critical.
Well, also to your point, the face-off effects. It looks like it's been pretty even. Oh, great save! Great save. And that's Jacob Newman in the cage. And I know one of the things that Coach Phipps wanted to focus on was clearing consistently, and they get this clear here. Ethan Ostrowski with the ball. And Jake Wolf has the ball. Looks like he's going to dodge here.
Does that weave look again?
Looks like nothing's there, so they'll set it back up. Ethan Ostrowski likes the matchup. Goes to feed it inside. That's blocked by McDonogh.
Nice move here. Finish.
Good look. Oh, great finish by Ethan Ostrowski on the outside.
Wow.
That was a pretty cage. We had a great angle for that one, didn't we, Andrew?
Yeah, that was beautiful. You saw the whole thing develop. I think the big thing is they found the shorty matchup. It's tough when you get in that weave. You're always going to have to, at some point, go pole against pole. But there they found the short stick. They attacked them. Nice drift there. Caught the ball in a shooting spot and buried it.
That was just a great shot. So it's 3-1 Eagles with 1:28 left to play. It's like first face-off violation
Going white.
against McDonogh. It's white ball.
So with 1:28 left in the game clock in the quarter, 80 seconds on the shot clock. This is an interesting time for the offense here. They just built a little momentum there with that great set and a goal to cap it all off.
It looks like we have Duffy, Garza, and Gordy Bennett at midfield right now. 1:15 left. Again, Andrew, we're seeing that weave look from Spalding. Good slide by McDonogh.
I like this matchup
Yep.
here from the wing.
Yep, Gordy Bennett likes that. He's got a shorty. Looks like he might have forced that one a little bit. Look inside. Nope, that's going. It's McDonogh ball. Now, Andrew, if you check that matchup, right, you see that you have that matchup, are you going to try to pull that out a little bit, or are you going right away?
I mean, when you're playing a team like McDonogh or really anybody in MIAA, they're going to have a call to, if they don't like the matchup, they're going to have a call that can get a long pull over to it and get a switch pretty quickly. So you don't really want to pull the ball out and settle up and give them that opportunity to make that call and do the movement. So I'm okay with them going right away. I prefer him to get to a spot that he's comfortable dodging. I mean, the wing, he was a little low on the wing. Didn't really have a head start, get momentum going, but all in all, I'm good with it.
It might have been a pipe or a save. Again, there's those goals where it takes a bounce. McDonogh's there. It almost seems like it just falls right into their stick.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate there, especially.
It's tough to defend against.
Given 7 seconds on the clock.
If you're Coach Phipps, are you telling the guys, listen, they're getting the bounces their way right now, right? We just got to stick to what we're doing, because I think Spalding's playing tough. Both teams are playing tough. I just think the lucky bounces have been going McDonough's way thus far.
Yeah, and it's a long game, and that can change. So you just got to stick with the program and keep the energy level up. And
Duffy with a last-second shot.
Good opportunity.
So that is the end of the first quarter. It is 4-1. McDonogh leads the game. Andrew, what did you like from Spalding in that quarter specifically?
I think they got good looks. I mean, your last comment, the ball bounces a couple different ways to McDonogh. They're right there with them, So I think they're happy with the energy. I'm happy with the effort. I like what I'm seeing offensively. I'm seeing some movement that I haven't seen in the past. And then defensively, they're doing what they're doing.
And one thing I've noticed, one thing we've talked about in the last few games is kind of the plague that are the turnovers for Spalding. And, it seems to me as though they haven't really turned the ball over as they have the last couple games. It seems like they're taking a little better care of it.
Yeah, it's definitely been minimal, and that's good to see, because a lot of those turnovers, like we talked about in previous broadcasts, they're mindless. They're uncalls, right? It's just simple passing the ball around the outside, the perimeter, stepping on the line, things like that just are backbreakers. Today they're playing fast. The turnovers that they've had, missed back up on a shot, right? I'll count that as a turnover in my book. A look inside that just handcuffed them a little bit, had some good defensive coverage on it. But all in all, they're taking care of the ball and they're clearing it, and getting off from a man-down situation is huge. Maintain possession after a man-up situation is huge. So they're taking care of it, which you need to do against anybody in the MIAA.
And I think that's one of the things Coach Phipps said with the turnovers is you're okay with turnovers on scoring opportunities. Exactly. But it's the ones where they're kind of those unforced errors, missed catch and throw. Those are the ones you want to try to avoid. So we're getting ready here to start the second quarter. Again, if you've just joined us, McDonogh is up 4-1 over the Cavaliers. We have Zach Hayashi, a midfield, a senior, heading to Navy at the X, and Ryan Criswell, a sophomore here at Spalding. It's been some good battles today at the X. And looks like Hayashi gets that one cleanly, but that's really kind of the first clean face-offs I've seen thus far.
Yeah, it's been a battle.
That hasn't been a scrap.
it was interesting to see McDonogh double pole. So they put a long pole on both wings, which is, typically not something you'll see out of most teams, just because they want to have some offensive threat balanced with some defensive presence. But right there, electing to go with 2 long poles.
Logan Meehan on the ball. Shot by Luke Miller, misses high. McDonogh has the backup.
Tell you what, he's not afraid to shoot, and I know why. That thing was
no, and it looks like
9 miles an hour.
And it looks like they've been trying to get some picks to get him free, to kind of have that catch and shoot. And that's Ben Furley. A strong move inside. That is a goal by number 41, Brendan Millen, a sophomore attackman. Andrew, it looks like McDonogh early has been maybe beating the defense a little bit underneath.
Yeah, and I'm looking for Coach Hochul, kind of make an adjustment here. I don't know if they're not caught sleeping, right? They're playing good presence, good man-on-man presence there, but they're giving them a little bit too much. I don't know if it's a matter of sending a slide there or just engaging that contact a little sooner. You would know better than I, as far as positioning there. We got an opportunity for them to 4v3.
Looks like unsettled. Oh, big great save by Jacob Newman. And McDonogh's going to pull it out and slow it down.
I don't know what the call there was. Oh, maybe reset.
Yep.
So reset on the shot clock, 60 seconds for them to work with.
McDonough's going to work it around. So going back to that point, well, McDonough's going to take it, dodge down the side, down the alley. Looks like Luke Miller is going to go from up top. Pass it off to James Tolker. I mean, Andrew, on those, when they're dodging down the alley, your goal is to force them behind, right? So they're forcing them down and forcing them behind, but it seems like they're just kind of sneaking underneath.
They are. I think they're giving just a little bit too much of a window, and I don't know if they're afraid of them coming over the top, and avoiding that pick. But at some point, you got to make an adjustment. Nice pick off there.
Yeah. Great pick off by number 5, Nolan Filey.
He's going to stay in.
And can La Rochelle get there? He cannot, and that's one of those turnovers we talked about, Andrew.
Yeah, that one hurts. You make a good save. They get a 60-second shot clock reset.
And that is a timeout by Spalding with 9:47 left on the clock. Yeah, Andrew, I mean, that's just a tough turnover. You work so hard, you're playing good defense, and you get the ball back, and then you throw it away. It's those are the kind of ones that we talked about early, saying when you're playing in the MIAA, you can't have those turnovers because these teams take advantage of those turnovers and will capitalize. But hats off to the defense for playing hard and getting the ball back. And I mean, like we talked about, I think their defense is playing well. I think they just need to tighten a few things up. But other than that, I mean, there were a couple of bounces that went McDonough's way, and this game could be a 3-1 game.
Very much so, and I think that's the message for the coaches right now on the sideline is, guys, a couple of bounces our way, we're winning this game. Out of this timeout, don't be surprised if Spalding's in his zone, kind of slow him down. And we talked about that, body positioning on that low angle dodge that McDonogh's been taking advantage of. When you sit in his zone, it's you. That's your zone. You don't leave it, right? So you might be able to plant somebody there and defend it a little bit better. But
yeah, and it gives you an opportunity to shade a little bit, maybe cut off the dodge before it starts. It looks like they're man-to-man here.
Yep.
And Ben Ruiz on number 13, Trey Moore, moves it behind. Oh, Robbie Hopper gets hung up. Good save by Jacob Newman. Yep, and that is off McDonogh. That is white ball.
That's a big stop right there. Now we just got to clear the ball.
Robbie Hopper picks it up. Tosses it across to Logan Meehan. Works it up to Gordy Bennett. Looks like they have a little bit of a trap. Got it across to Jamison Kaufman. Jamison Kaufman with the rip from up top.
Wow.
Go on with yourself.
Wow.
That's a nice little 12-yard rip from Jamison. And Jamison's a defensive midi, but also he has some offensive prowess, which, the coaches trust him to handle the ball on the offensive end of the field. Let's see this. Just pure power out of Jamison Kaufman on that goal.
Sean, doing my homework, I watched last year's playoff game against this same McDonogh team. Almost an identical shot right there. Just came down in transition. Big, strong, physical kid, football player. And again, like you said, not afraid to shoot. And coaches have confidence, and you see why. But I tell you what, it starts on this end with Jacob and Cage.
Yep.
Big save, transition play, great clear.
Great clear. McDonogh comes up with that ball.
Heard a timeout.
Yep. Looks like a timeout by McDonogh. And it looks like Zach Hayashi might be hobbling a little bit. Let's hope he's okay. So 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. 5-2 Eagles. Interested to see if Spalding can get another stop here.
Yeah, I think Coach Hilgardner's upset they didn't get the push call there. Zach Hayashi over there seems to be shaking up a little bit after that hit, but the refs are letting him play.
It looks like he's walking it off. I mean, he's heading to Navy next year, so can't question his toughness.
A couple Navy guys on the roster for McDonogh. They got a Boston guy. Those two face off tonight in Annapolis down at Navy Marine Corps. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of them were carpooling down there right after the game. But Sean, going back to Spalding here, after that last goal by Jamison, I saw an eruption from the sideline. The energy level was there. Are you sensing, a difference in this team, a team that's quote unquote so young and inexperienced today versus what you saw against Bolus or Western Reserve or any of these other teams they played early in the season?
I think they're playing with poise, and I love the energy on the sideline. The teammates are picking each other up, but I do think they don't seem as timid as they might have in the first couple games. It seems like they're starting to settle in. They're starting to get their confidence, and they're playing tough against a very good McDonogh team. And Luke Miller, Robbie Hopper with the slide, great check. Luke Miller still has the ball. Works it behind to Trey Moore. Trey Moore is going to go against Ace Bruns. Move it over. Andrew Caston. Luke Miller is going to go against Jamison Kaufman. Some quick moves. Good defense by Jamison.
Yeah, that's great footwork there.
Yep. A little hang up here.
That's goalie ball.
Yep. Jacob Newman.
Oh, there we go.
Nope, there we go. Jacob Newman. Great run out by number 29, Jacob Newman. Looks like Robbie Hopper is going to pick this up. Let's see if Spalding can clear this.
I mean, that's great awareness. It went off the pipe. You had a fresh 80 reset if they chase the ball out.
And Ace Bruns carries it over. Gets it to Mollett.
Big possession here. And I like they put a short stick here on Mollett. I'd be surprised if they don't try and work him into the offense here. Maybe get the ball behind. Maybe send another short stick to get a two-man game going.
Gordy Bennett's going to go. A little flip to Garza. Garza looks inside to PJ. Oh, was met by Andrew Caston. And that's McDonogh picks up the ball.
Here comes AJ.
Yeah, AJ Marsh is going to carry it over. And it looks like Spalding's going to be able to get their offensive middies off the field, get their defensive unit on, get into some settled offense, settled defense. And Andrew, we haven't seen them go to that zone yet. I'm interested to see if Coach Hockle pulls that out here at some point. Oh, almost picked off by Robbie Hopper.
Yeah, I think it's been more of a shift in energy defensively. The on-ball defense, they haven't given up that look. in a couple possessions here. Nice inside cut.
It looks like Robbie might have gotten caught ball watching there a little bit.
Good cut by Andrew Caston from McDonogh.
23 seconds on the shot clock. Logan Meehan on the ball. Logan's heading to Towson, senior defenseman. Good defense by Meehan.
Just in a little bit of zone here.
Yep, looks like they're in the zone look now. Ask and you shall receive, Andrew. Ask and you shall receive.
They say a broke clock's right twice a day.
Oh, good stick, good save by Jacob Newman. Quick outlet pass. Jamison Kaufman.
I'm okay with him dodging here. We got even numbers with McDonogh trailing. Smart play here, though.
Yep, gonna pull it out, settle it.
Anytime you have an even, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 in transition, I'm okay with dodging. It's a great time because the defense, their heads are on swivel. They don't know who's coming in, who's coming out. This, sub games, in flight. So,
well, especially if you have a defensive midi like Kaufman who can handle the ball on offense.
Exactly.
Why not give him the green light?
Yep. And now we have
there's
one of those turnovers
yep.
we can't have.
Getting their defensive unit on the field. Let's see if McDonogh can clear the ball. Over to Andrew Caston. Looks like we're all even here.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left here in the second quarter, it seems like both teams have settled in. I think some of those early cheap goals have kind of worked their way out of the system. Now
Yep.
it's just, who's going to step and make and play? Who's going to stick with the game plan and execute?
And Jacob Newman has been great in the cage thus far. Oh, little goal by number 1, Luke Miller. It's a nice. I'll tell you what, Luke's got he's got a quick release, right? Catch and just turn and shoot. You'll see here he just sneaks around, little question mark, and sticks it.
Yeah, that's a low angle shot right there. Great finish. Nice face-off win there.
Spalding picks up that ground ball, wins the face-off. Going to send it back to Jacob Newman. Over to Robbie Hopper.
7 to get it over.
Got to get it over. Brock La Rochelle carries it across. Looks like they were, offsides. Looks like Connor Wilbur just couldn't get back in time.
There's Matt Christmas, not afraid to push.
And it seems like McDonough's content to kind of get into this settled offense against Spalding. I mean, they might have pushed it once or twice, but they seem to be kind of slowing things down, taking some time off the clock.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think a lot of that comes down to coaching, right? They have a call, hey, we're going live here.
Like
we got long poles that can push it. They know when to, but they're also, like you said, content with settling down, go 6v6. It's proven, right? Why get away from it?
Robbie Hopper wanted to slide, was able to recover. Quick ball movement. Looks like Luke Miller. We've seen the ball on his stick a lot. Looks like he wants that matchup against the shorty, Ben Ruiz, on defense.
Nice deflection there. So they maintain possession. 15 on the shot clock.
Let's see if Spalding can get this stop.
There
Feed inside. Didn't look like it was really to anyone.
That's a great stop.
And it looks like Luke Miller he's got his stick in a position to shoot pretty much at all times, which makes it tough to defend because as soon as he gets a gap, he's releasing that ball.
And he's got great vision, too. I mean, he's proven that he can put the ball on the mark from a passing standpoint, too. So he's definitely a dual threat and keeping the defense on their toes.
Ethan Ostrowski with the ball has one on the day, has one of Spalding's only 2 goals. Looks like he likes his matchup, Andrew.
Yeah, look for PJ inside here. They're going to.
Yeah, PJ, after having a few goals last game, has been a little quiet.
Good hard cut there.
Yep, moving the ball. Jake Wolf's going to take it from up top.
Going to carry behind. Again, I'm okay with this. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Maintain possession. Keep the ball out of McDonough's stick. Find your matchup and go.
Oh, good check. Good check by number 9, McCabe Millen. Wow, goal by number 11, A.J. Marsh, the senior heading to Navy.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. They know when they had their seams, when they don't.
Yeah, just looks like, I mean, that was 15 yards out when he let that rip. You know, that's tough because you want to pick guys up when they're at 15 yards, but if they're going to rip it and score from 15, that's difficult to defend against. And it's hard for a goalie to track the ball when it's coming out of that long pole stick. The angle's different,
right?
And it's just sometimes hard for goalies to pick that up.
Let's not get twisted, though. There's a lot of heat on that shot.
Yeah, there was a combination of everything, Andrew. Looks like a young Andrew Scally.
I was thinking the same thing about you,
Good
Sean.
check, flag out, and penalty on Spalding. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it might be a hold. Cross check. It's going to be 1 minute. So Spalding man down again today. With 1:55 left in the second period, the Eagles are up 7-2.
Gone through a little stretch here where Spalding's unfortunately compounded their errors, compounded their mistakes, and McDonough's made them pay. And that, that's why we're at a 5-goal differential right now. It goes from being a 2-3 goal game to 5 in the blink of an eye, just from big shot there.
Andrew, and how important is it for Spalding to get a stop here and just get out of this half with a 7-2 gap?
I think they'd take it, to be honest, with 40 seconds on the penalty and 60 on the shot clock and 1:30 on the game. Get out of the penalty, get out of the shot clock, kill the ball on the other side of the field.
Good ground ball. Good ground ball by Logan Meehan. Gets it back to Jacob Newman. And that's the stop we were talking about, Andrew.
Now you got to clear man down, so let's see how they fare here.
And Ben Ruiz, looks like they're going to trap him over here on the sideline. Good move by him to cut through that.
Got to look, eyes up.
Still going.
5 on the penalty.
Looks like they're going to try to run this out off to PJ. Timeout Spalding. It's a good timeout there with 57 seconds left on the game clock. You got your ball on the defensive midi stick, and McDonough's on the prowl.
That's a great individual effort there from Ben. He's getting chased, double team, swung at, pushed in the back. Honestly, if he stumbled there and fell on that last push down here in the end, I think he's drawing the flag. But stays on his feet, great athlete, maintains possession and composure.
Yep.
I think that's
well, and
that's
he's one of the veterans on this team,
right.
A senior midfielder. And it just goes to show that experience is coming up, because I know we've seen him once or twice over the years in that position. But
for sure.
Great play by Ben to give Spalding a chance to get one on the board here before the second half ends. 57 seconds left on the clock, 3 seconds on the penalty.
I want to see some patience here. So 57 on the clock, like you said, 53 on the shot clock. I want the ball to die on this end of the field. You can't give McDonogh another shot, because what we've seen, they've been able to capitalize. So spin the ball around, stay in an open set, get the defense moving, be patient, wait for the right shot, and go from there.
And if you're Coach Ford, are you expecting, there's 3 seconds left on the penalty. I can't imagine McDonogh's going to try to double the ball, but do you plan for if McDonough's going to try to just to disrupt what play you've got drawn up?
I wouldn't think so. I think the last thing you want to do is give that midi coming in out of the penalty box, that 30-yard head start run at a defender.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just gonna match up, get ready to play even here.
Yep. It looks like Spalding is going to try and get in that weave look here early. Early pick.
We got Duffy coming in out of the box. Garza with the ball.
Duffy's got to work hard to get the ball here.
Looks like they're pressing out of the adjacents right now. Going to force Garza to go against the pole. Number 28, Mac Christmas, heading to Duke.
Duffy's got to work hard here to get
And
the
guess
ball.
what? Garza's not afraid to go. Jack Newell.
30 on the game clock.
Oh, take by Jack Newell, just wide.
Good backup by Mollett.
25 seconds, so the game clock is 3 seconds longer than the shot clock at this point. Mollett's going to take it.
20 seconds left.
Against Max Allen back there. Looks like they're playing a little flip.
Like this. Oh, don't call
Moving
that.
pick.
Wow.
Moving pick called on Gordy Bennett. Or was that Millette?
All right, ride hard here.
10 seconds left on the game clock. They're going to chuck it down.
Check sticks here.
Yep. And La Rochelle is going to chuck it back down. Last shot with a few seconds left. And that is how the first half is going to end here at Archbishop Spalding. McDonogh Eagles are up 7-2. We'll see how the second half starts.
As you walk these halls, you'll find innovation, charity, adventure, creativity, endurance, guidance, and if you let them, these halls will take you anywhere.
Hallmarks of a Spalding athlete. Are they able to compete at the highest level possible? Spalding is positioned very uniquely because they are in one of the best leagues in the state. When they're competing at a high level, that's big time.
It was always known as a great academic school, but we wanted to build a full-rounded school for student athletes. And we knew that they could get to where they're at today.
Since I've graduated from high school, I've watched the campus grow astronomically. Spalding, it laid a foundation for my understanding of teamwork, friendship, and things that were so much bigger than what happened on the basketball court.
They're challenging themselves academically and spiritually, and it transitions directly onto the field where that consistency molds and shapes everybody that's involved.
The future of Spalding athletically is strong and vibrant, and I'm excited for our Cavs.
I still remember my first day.
You're going to grow so much.
You're going to be prepared for success in college and in life.
You will find a deepened faith.
Become a leader.
You're going to be pushed more than you ever have been before.
It's going to be difficult.
And this community will help you become the best version of yourself.
You're about to have some of the best days of your lives here.
And when you look back, you will realize you were always part of something bigger.
As you walk these halls, you'll find innovation, charity, adventure, creativity, endurance, guidance, and if you let them, these halls will take you anywhere.
Hallmarks of a Spalding athlete. are they able to compete at the highest level possible? Spalding is positioned very uniquely because they are in one of the best leagues in the state. When they're competing at a high level, that's big time.
It was always known as a great academic school, but we wanted to build a full-rounded school for student athletes. And we knew that they could get to where they're at today.
Since I've graduated from high school, I've watched the campus grow astronomically. Spalding, it laid a foundation for my understanding of teamwork, friendship, and things that were so much bigger than what happened on the basketball court.
They're challenging themselves academically and spiritually, and that transitions directly onto the field. That consistency molds and shapes everybody that's involved.
The future of Spalding athletically is strong and vibrant, and I'm excited for our Cavs.
I still remember my first day.
You're going to grow so much.
You're going to be prepared for success in college and in life.
You will find a deepened faith.
Become a leader.
You're going to be pushed more than you ever have been before.
It's going to be difficult.
And this community will help you become the best version of yourself.
You're about to have some of the best days of your lives here.
And when you look back, you will realize you were always part of something bigger.
As you walk these halls, you'll find innovation, charity, adventure, creativity, endurance, guidance, and if you let them, these halls will take you anywhere.
Hallmarks of a Spalding athlete. Are they able to compete at the highest level possible? Spalding is positioned very uniquely because they are in one of the best leagues in the state. When they're competing at a high level, that's big time.
It was always known as a great academic school, but we wanted to build a full-rounded school for student athletes. And we knew that they could get to where they're at today.
Since I've graduated from high school, I've watched the campus grow astronomically. Spalding, it laid a foundation for my understanding of teamwork, friendship, and things that were so much bigger than what happened on the basketball court.
They're challenging themselves academically and spiritually, and that transitions directly onto the field. That consistency molds and shapes everybody that's involved.
The future of Spalding athletically is strong and vibrant, and I'm excited for our Cavs.
I still remember my first day.
You're going to grow so much.
You're going to be prepared for success in college and in life.
You will find a deepened faith.
Become a leader.
You're going to be pushed more than you ever have been before.
It's going to be difficult.
And this community will help you become the best version of yourself.
You're about to have some of the best days of your lives here.
And when you look back, you will realize you were always part of something bigger.
As you walk these halls, you'll find innovation, charity, adventure, creativity, endurance, guidance, and if you let them, these halls will take you anywhere.
Hallmarks of a Spalding athlete. are they able to compete at the highest level possible? Spalding is positioned very uniquely because they are in one of the best leagues in the state. When they're competing at a high level, that's big time.
It was always known as a great academic school, but we wanted to build a full-rounded school for student athletes. And we knew that they could get to where they're at today.
Since I've graduated from high school, I've watched the campus grow astronomically. Spalding, it laid a foundation for my understanding of teamwork, friendship, and things that were so much bigger than what happened on the basketball court.
They're challenging themselves academically and spiritually, and then transitions directly onto the field where that consistency molds and shapes everybody that's involved.
The future of Spalding athletically is strong and vibrant, and I'm excited for our Cavs.
I still remember my first day.
You're going to grow so much.
You're going to be prepared for success in college and in life.
You will find a deepened faith.
Become a leader.
You're going to be pushed more than you ever have been before.
It's going to be difficult.
And this community will help you become the best version of yourself.
You're about to have some of the best days of your lives here.
And when you look back, you will realize you were always part of something bigger.
Welcome back to Archbishop Spalding High School here at Whittles Field for the start of the second half. Archbishop Spalding versus the McDonogh Eagles. I'm Sean Hatley with Andrew Scally. Andrew, what do you think Coach Phipps said to the guys here at halftime?
I think we'll stick with the game plan. I think he's got to be happy with the first half, minus a couple turnovers here and there that were, capitalized by McDonogh. But all in all, I think they competed hard. A few unfortunate bounces that hopefully will go Spalding's way this half. They stay out of the penalty box.
And it looks like Spalding comes up with that after Jacob Newman got crunched a little bit. Robbie Hopper's coming down, not afraid to shoot it. Neither is Jamison Kaufman. Wow, that one looks like a 7-iron out to the track.
I know that well.
That was definitely one of those. I think it was hanging up high on the stick when he let that one go.
Yeah, right now you call that a possession shot. The ball, I don't think he was intentionally doing it, but sent it over the cage and you say, hey, listen, I was maintaining possession.
Yep. And it looks like Spalding into their settled offense. Duffy's going to take it from the wing. He's going to move it, flip it over to Garza. Oh, nope, fake flip. He got me.
I like this matchup.
Garza looks inside and just Jack Newell just over the cage. Good look by Garza. A little low. Great snag by Jack Newell. Just couldn't put that one away. I think if that pass was maybe up a little higher, Jack Newell sticks that one, and it's a 7-3 game.
I agree. It's a tough feed. It's a touch pass, right? When you're both going in the same direction, it's got to be light out of the stick, easy catch right in the box, catch and finish.
And Mollett. We got Garza from behind. Left hand, nice take by Garza, and the goal with his left hand.
I'm telling you, Garza came to play
Go on, number
today.
10.
Came to play today.
He's been going hard to the cage all day, and I like how he attacks with his left hand, his offhand, comes around the cage. As soon as he gets a step, puts that one away. Great goal by Garza. Great way to start the second half from Spalding. Good possession, leading to a goal.
Yeah, whatever Brian said at halftime, they listened. Came out ready to play the second half.
Oh.
Clean face
Hayashi
there
with the win. And looks like it's a loose ball push. They're going to call it. It's going to go McDonogh ball.
That's a tough one. I think he was about to throw that one away. Got lucky and got bailed out.
Looks like a little give and go here. Looks like Andrew Caston with the ball. Going to work it over. Number 22, Ben Furley. He's going to go to the cage, let one rip off the post. That's going to be a reset. McDonogh's going to attack again right away. Going to go behind the cage. Number 41, Brendan Millen. Looks like a pick. Lets that one fly, and that looks like it's Spalding ball. Great backup by Logan Meehan. Flag down.
Who would they get that on?
Looks like Unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate. It must have been after the shot.
Yeah.
It came in high, but again, another bailout, another bounce the wrong way for
Was that
Spalding.
on Jamison Kaufman?
Yeah, got him on the minute penalty here.
Yep.
It's tough. It's one of those plays where you love the aggression. That's Jamison's game, right? He plays hard, he slides hard, and he's aggressive. And he's just a little too aggressive. Timing was off there.
Yeah, and it's just tough when you play so hard on defense and then you give the ball right back. La Rochelle on the ball playing defense. Oh, ate that one. Great eat by number 26, Dylan Newell. And just
again
another one of those loose balls that finds a McDonogh stick and then finds the back of the cage.
Yeah, another one of those unfortunate bounces there.
Yeah,
just
you
about
see
to get
there,
off the field.
bounce, and then looks like Millen just scoops it up and dunks it home. Again, it looks like it's just another one of those unlucky bounces for Spalding, but McDonogh capitalizes. You got to give it to them. They're there. Right place, right time, would you say?
Big face-off here.
And the penalty is wiped out.
There's a push.
Yep, that's a push. That's going to go white ball. Duffy's going to pick that up.
Let's see
and
if
we
Diego
have
keeps it going here.
Yeah, we got Duffy, Garza, and Bennett at the midfield. We have Jack Newell, Mollett, and Pokness on attack. Duffy's going to go. Another one of those, handcuffed him, low pass, low and away.
Oh, man.
Juices that back into the middle. Goalie picks it up, and he's off to the races. Doesn't look like anybody's going to stop him. Good check. Ball is going to be picked up.
They're trying to give it
by
back.
Christmas. And we know he's not afraid to shoot. All right, Millen's going to pull it out. Logan Meehan on Millen right now. Looks like we got a little change. Going to change McDonogh and Spalding, swapping out their defensive and offensive middies. Robbie Hopper on the ball.
Patience is continuing here for McDonogh, spreading the defense out here, getting the ball around the horn, and some of that clock.
And when you're taking your time on offense like this, you're causing Spalding to play a lot of defense.
Right.
And when you have quick turnovers on your offensive end, if you're Spalding, then you're coming right back down. And these defensemen have been running around a lot. Good check. Good ball on the ground. Robbie Hopper picks it up. He's going to push it. No numbers
here.
right now. Well, they have a little bit of numbers. Then just thrown away by Jamison Kaufman. It looked like he thought Robbie was going to stop and take that one back, and Robbie just kept running. Looks a little miscommunication.
And that's not something they don't practice, right? So the first guy down, where do you go? To the crease, right? Throw the ball down the side, crash the crease, make the defense collapse on you, right? Leave those trailing middies open for a step down over the top, but unfortunately just not on the same page there.
And this is just back to what we're talking about. Spalding's playing a lot of defense, and then those turnovers, you're just right back on defense.
Right. I mean, when you're calling a guy's name on both sides of the field all game long, halfway through this third quarter, it's not hard to believe that he's a little winded and, now his legs are.
Yep. Looks like McDonogh's going to go from up top. That's Bogue Hahn. And it looks like McDonogh's been finding some success with these picks. And it looks like Spalding's getting through on them. Moving behind.
Early there.
Yep. Moving behind. Looks like we got a little La Rochelle hung up a little bit. Let's see.
Not a bad.
Good slide by Robbie Hopper.
Wow.
They're going to throw the flag.
I can hear that
I
from
think
here.
that might be a push with possession.
He got him up high in the helmet.
Yeah. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
I like the positivity on a Friday, but.
Well, and Andrew, one thing I'm noticing is that it looks like McDonogh is kind of cycling middies through the crease and looking for those pick and pops, which they've scored off a couple of those today. If you're Spalding, how do you combat that?
I mean, look at you with the offensive terminology, the pick and pop. I love it.
I've been hanging out too much with you.
Going deep in the archive for that one.
And I got beat by the pick and pop too often. It's seared into my memory.
Sean, that's another pick and pop. Stop looking at the snack shack. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think movement in general from McDonogh has been pretty balanced. They they're zigging, they're zagging, they're doing it all, right? How about that terminology for you? But no, and right there.
Oh, look inside. It looks like goal by number 19, Hunter Metz, a freshman attackman. It looks like he was wide open.
Yeah, I mean, being man down.
And look here, we'll go to the replay. Good look inside by Millen, almost kind of automatic knowing he was going to pop out, and it just, no one was there.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's been in that position probably 1,000 times, right? He's just letting the defense kind of rotate around him. They call that the wall. So you start low on the crease when the ball's up high, and he works his way into that pass. Normally you see a feed out of that position, but he
looks like a hold against Hayashi. It looks like he had his stick kind of lodged on his leg from here. So Ethan Ostrowski with the ball. Got a new offensive unit in there. Looks like Alec Howard getting the first few minutes of this game. Really two-man game behind there, Andrew.
Here. Yep.
It's the literal big little.
Good hard cut from Pokness.
Moving the ball. Are they going to redodge? Yep. There goes Jake Wolf. And Jack Newell going to come off that pick.
With the
weave. Look back to Jake. Is Jake Wolf going to go?
With the weave, you're looking for a little bit of contact on that. It's not quite a pick, right? You're almost just getting in the way of the defender without setting your feet. You're kind of throwing the ref off the scent of you making contact. But you got to make some contact to initiate that switch. And half of that's on the dodger and half of that's on the feeder, right? You got to close that distance a little bit so it makes the defender think.
Yep. Well, he's got to account for you. He's looking out of his side of his eye,
right?
Trying to find where you are. Good ground ball. Going to dump it down with 1 second left on the shot clock. It's going to be a McDonogh ball. And we're going to have a settled clear here. Let's see if McDonogh can clear it. We've got A.J. Marsh looping it up.
That was
number 17, James Tolker.
Down 6, I mean, they're still in sight, right? I don't think we're at that point yet where you start pressing out at all or anything like that. I think stick with the game plan, settle in, get the stops, eliminate some of those, a couple bounces the wrong way, and you're back in this game.
Yep.
Offensively, 80-second possession, right? It's hard to get mad at an 80-second possession where you connected passes.
Yep.
You had a couple good hard dodges. In reality, you want to come out with a goal. I'm stating the obvious there, but you killed 80 seconds, and that gave your defense 80 seconds to rest.
Yep.
And we'll see if that, turns into a turnover here for them.
Well, and also it looked on that last possession, it looked like Spalding was they were dodging when it wasn't there. They were moving the ball and then re-dodging right away. And that's what you want to see inside.
Wow.
Looks like he got lost in traffic. Andrew, I've seen a couple of those goals today. I mean, McDonough's been great at finding those open guys, but the thing is, it's easy to find them when they're wide open on the crease.
Yeah, and that feed came from Brendan Millen. I mean, if the name sounds
familiar. And if you see that replay, Jamison Kaufman is just staring at the ball carrier, and his man just sneaks backside, wide open, slam dunk. And I think Spalding's gotten caught ball watching a couple times today, and McDonough's made him pay.
Oh, nice ground ball there.
Good face-off win by Criswell, and he's going to let it fly. Good save. Number 30, Teddy Scarborough, a senior goalie heading to Franklin and Marshall next year. And again, Andrew, we're right back on defense after spending a ton of time the last minute and a half.
Yeah, it's hard to get mad. I mean, that situation.
And another goal, and that is by number 1, Luke Miller.
Yeah, that one hurts. You go from a potential,
I mean, Andrew, but look at the replay again, and it just looks like it gets lost. It's just they're cutting down, and they don't look like even very hard cuts. They're just kind of drifting, and Spalding's just not picking them up.
Yeah.
And it's a catch and shoot. I mean, great job on McDonogh. Quick catch, quick shots. They're not taking a ton of time.
They're finding seams, they're patient, but I think it goes back to the fact you went fast break this way, fast break I'll call it slow break the other way.
That's a hold.
You kind of get lost in the sauce in that transition game, and it's easy to settle into those spots and find the open man when the defense heads are spinning. They're trying to match up. They don't know who's in, who's out. And again, McDonogh, they've shown that they can find that open man no matter where he is and bury it. So.
And it looks like a hold on Hayashi, so that's going to be Spalding ball. Let's see if they can't get it around right now. It's 11-3 Eagles with 2:56 to play.
Good save, but a reset. Spalding maintains possession.
And Garza's going to go here from the wing. Set that weave.
You can see McDonogh on that two-man
Good
game.
fake flip from Jack Newell. He's going to look inside to PJ Pokness, and just over the top of the cage. That is really the first time we've seen PJ catch one inside, and he's been pretty quiet today.
I called his name earlier just trying to speak it into existence. It didn't happen, but you're right. He's been somewhat quiet inside there today.
But, I mean, a great play by Jack Newell with fake flip, find PJ inside, just couldn't finish. Oh, good stick. Good stick by Christmas. And we know he's going to push it. And throws it away. It's coming back, white ball. It's to be Spalding possession. Man, Spalding got a gift there.
They did.
That's not the type of pass you usually see from Christmas.
They got one bad bounce back.
Yep.
We're still a
flip it over to Garza. And Andrew, if you're Spalding, you have 1:53 left in the third quarter. You're down 8 goals. What do you do here to manage the clock, knowing that you need to start putting some goals in the back of the net?
I don't think you think about the clock, to be honest. I think if you can wear down the clock and get a shot late in the shot clock, I'm probably not dumping it.
And there's another turnover thrown over the head of A.J. Ostrowski.
Yeah, that one hurts. But, yeah, I mean, offensively, you got to go. You got to go. You got to stay within the system, right? Let it come to you a little bit, but you got to crank that tempo just a little bit. Start taking some chances, but you can't take chances when you throw the ball away like that.
Yeah.
So we got to stop the bleeding and from there settle in a little bit more.
Got to get this ground ball.
High hit there.
Good pickup by Hopper. It's going to be a flag on McDonogh, it looks like.
Sounds like they caught him in the helmet.
Andrew, looks like on McDonogh's clear, they're pushing it to one side and they're dragging one of their middies back on sides to a release, I guess, on that other side, on the box side, that midi, and they've been successful in kind of dumping it over the midfield line. I mean, at what point does Spalding kind of see that that's how they're clearing the ball and adjust their ride accordingly?
It's tough. I mean, you call a timeout right now, draw up exactly what they're doing. At the end of the day, you got 3 guys running back from the offensive side to the defensive side. They're gassed from playing 80 seconds, and they're trying to get their spacing right. It's tough.
Look, Gordy Bennett shot looks like McDonogh got a stick on that. It looks like it's number 6, Paul McLucas, got a stick on that. Send the shot off target.
There it
Inside.
is.
Oh, just high to high. Good save. Good reaction from number 30, Teddy Scarborough.
That was a great, well-designed play, well executed. Did everything right but the finish.
And it looks like about to jump him. Let's see if they call a timeout. Nope. They're going to let him play it out. It's James Tolker nice over on the sideline.
Nice over-the-head check there.
Robbie Hopper, we've seen, has that range. And they're saying he was out of bounds.
They got to get in the hole here with 10 seconds.
Yep.
They've shown that they can score quickly. Got to match up.
And I think they're going to try to get one off here quick.
Check sticks inside.
Yep.
There
Pick
we
up
go.
that ground ball. Ride that one out. And that is the end of the third quarter. McDonogh Eagles leading the Spalding Cavaliers 11-3 here at Whittles Field. We will see you after the break.
As you walk these halls, you'll find innovation, charity, adventure, creativity, endurance, guidance, and if you let them, these halls will take you anywhere.
And we're back here at Whittles Field. McDonogh is up 11-3 over the Cavaliers. Andrew, I saw that commercial. I noticed that you weren't in it. Is there any reason why they didn't put your handsome face in that commercial?
Budget wasn't there. It wasn't there this year.
You're a little too expensive.
And believe it or not, I graduated last semester. It was a tough one. I finally made it out. But I did love my time here at Spalding. Wouldn't mind walking through these beautiful halls again and reliving the glory days.
So, Andrew, going into this fourth quarter, what is the message over on the Spalding sideline right now?
Well, I think the third quarter was, and I'm going to say this, and don't throw me out of the booth, it was somewhat of an anomaly from a turnover standpoint when looking at this game.
Yes.
Okay. The first two quarters, they took care of the ball. They were playing with pace. Defensively, they're getting stops. Jacob was seeing the ball extremely well, and offensively, they were getting through their sets. Everything was, clicking for all intents and purposes. Third quarter, turned the ball over way too much. Right, gave the ball back to McDonogh. They found the open man, not only in 6-on-6, but also in the transition game, like you talked about earlier. And that's what's led to this eight goal lead here.
Yeah, and I think, you see the score at 11-3, but it doesn't necessarily feel like an 11-3 game. And that is going to be over and back on Spalding. Another turnover. Threw that one away. McDonogh's going to pick it up.
McDonogh a little upset there. I don't know if they were looking for a delay game or what the worry was there.
Yeah, they got Christmas down on offense here. He doesn't seem like he's any rush to get off the field.
Got a couple poles out there. Now they'll send them both. But yeah, Sean, I think the 11-3 score it's somewhat misleading. I don't know if you're going the other way with it, but
no, I was going. I'm saying it's a little misleading I think, of the way the teams have matched up.
Yeah, it's felt like McDonough's gone on a couple runs where you're like, oh man, that was a cheap goal, right? But all in all, I think it's been pretty well balanced. I think we've seen some good things from both teams. Obviously, McDonogh having a few more things bounce their way, but and they've executed on some man-up opportunities, and they've cleared the ball very well. But, again, outside of that third quarter, Spalding's been right there, and they've been able to stop the bleeding a couple times, but it's tough to keep a team like McDonogh down for that long. And
I think McDonogh's done a great job of capitalizing on their shots. I don't have the shooting percentages in front of us, but they've had some good feeds and been high percentage shots,
right.
which makes it tough. Looks like Ace Bruns clearing the ball.
A change in the cage here for Spalding. Cole Whittinger back in the cage.
Sophomore goalie. But Brian talked about at the beginning of the season, we're going to see all three goalies this season. He has faith in all three of them, and I think he wants to kind of see what each one can do.
Got the weave going here.
Yeah. Alec Howard over on the side, over on the wing.
Haven't called Alec Howard's name, since early in the season. Would love to see. He's got some height to him. He's got some size. He can really bring the ball.
Heading to UMBC. Jack Newell. Good shot. Looks flagged down.
Got him with a cross check.
I like to see Jack Newell going aggressively to the cage. I'm not mad about that shot.
Yep. I mean,
he put it on the cage and drew a flag.
Yep. And goalie made a save. A kick save. He thought it missed. Could have gone in.
And that's a 1-minute cross check on number 15, Eric Pearl, a senior midfielder. So Spalding's going to be up here. Is going to be man up here for about a minute with 9:26 left here in the fourth quarter.
And they had success last man-up situation from behind the cage, set play. I don't know if it was just a design inbound play that they were going with, but I'd like to see him kind of get that look going again.
It seems like they're moving the ball well when they've been man-up so far. Gotten, I think, some good looks. Jack Newell just going to let one fly, and that's wide. Good backup by Pokeness. So Spalding's going to retain possession. 38 seconds left on the shot clock. 9:04 on the game clock, and 38 seconds left in the penalty. So penalty and the shot clock are neck and neck. Gordy Bennett with the shot. It's going to be outside.
That was that
McDonogh clearing.
Out of bounds play we saw earlier in the third quarter. But a couple good looks.
Good handle. Good handle by Andrew Caston. Looks like McDonough's going to call a timeout. So McDonough's going to be down a man here on offense for 17 seconds. If you're Spalding, are you going to try to double the ball? I mean, at this point, you're down 8 with 8:43 left in the fourth.
Yeah, they definitely have to ratchet up the pressure here.
And real quick, we have Spalding's upcoming schedule. They play St. Paul's away on April 4th at 4:15. Then they have a tough match against Neveris Academy here at home. And then another MIAA matchup against John Carroll away.
Yeah, doesn't get easier.
No, doesn't. I mean, you're in the MIAA season now. You're in.
This is
mean, arguably, it's easy for us to say the best conference in the nation, and playing against the top players and talent in the nation. This is day one, and there's plenty of things that can happen between here on out as the teams kind of shuffle. Work their way up, try to get those rankings in. And I think the playoffs have changed to, I think the top 6 teams make the playoffs. So, there's a lot of lacrosse left to play, and you never know what's going to happen in this MIAA. There's just so much talent, so many great coaches, so many great players, so many great teams, that it's going to be a fun season to watch.
That's for sure. And I think with 8:43 left in the game, the messaging from the coaching staff is got to be whistle to whistle, right? It's an 8-goal game. Game's far from over, right? We've seen the runs that McDonogh's gone on. This game's far from over. Keep playing hard and finish this thing out. And here you see him starting with a double team.
Yeah, looks like they're doubling it. Robbie Hopper and Will Cook, converted midfielder to long pole on the ball. They're going to dump it. I mean, that's tough. Gets the Millen behind. They're still going to double it with 7 seconds left on the penalty. Yeah, and I mean, on those doubles, you almost got to force. You got to work together to force the guy towards your teammate. Really try to pinch down. But it looks like ran the penalty out. Full strength for McDonogh. And Karsten looks like he's going to take it from the wing. And again, Logan Meehan looks like they're a little hung up.
Yeah, the last time they had him hung up, there was only about 13 seconds left in the shot clock. Here with 30, he's a little bit more patient, can wait a little bit longer, eat some of that clock.
Find some of those,
exactly.
Find those picks.
15 on the shot clock here.
So they're going to have to go. Karsten's going to take it from up top. 7 seconds left behind the cage. Going to look up top. That's missed. And Robbie Hopper with the ground ball in transition. And he's going to shoot it off the top post, off the crossbar.
Wow.
And that is going to be Spalding ball. They're going to say it was off orange.
Yeah, that's
so great ground ball by Robbie Hopper. I mean, I'm okay with him taking that shot. I mean, everyone knows the most electric play in lacrosse is a pole goal.
Of course.
I would have loved to see
from
that.
A true pole. Weird.
Fortunately, I had a few of those in my day, but it would have been great to see the sideline just erupt on that. But now Spalding, they get their possession. You got 6:56 left on the clock. You got to start putting some goals in the back of the net. You're kind of running out of time and opportunities.
Yeah, it's go time for both the offense and defense. Find your matchup early, go after it. Defensively, press out a little bit.
It's like McDonogh tried to jump that. Alec Howard over on the wing threw that one away, and that's going to be over and back. It's important for Spalding to get back. And flag down.
I think he didn't give him the 5 yards on the restart, and that's as much a heady play by McDonogh by trying to push the ref to blow that whistle early as much as it is on the defender for not knowing it and ground the space.
And we know when they changed that rule to speed up the game, right? That was one of the issues was making sure, because it's such a quick restart. You're like, well, I can't get away fast enough.
Right.
But it's your obligation. Oh,
nice
feed,
save.
Great save. Great save by Whitlinger.
And I know the flag was down, and so the play's blown dead. But that's a big save for a guy coming into the game.
Yep.
Young guy looking to make his mark on the team and say, hey, I'm ready for the starting position. So hopefully we can build on momentum, get a save here, and get the ball up and out.
Yep. And it's those little plays, like you said, they build on each other, and we're hoping they can string a couple here today, try to get some more goals on the board. But Spalding's going to be down 30 seconds with 5:48 to play. McDonogh working around. Looks like they're getting ready to get into their play.
Yeah, a lot of patience all day here from McDonogh. Man up, 6v6.
I mean, if you're McDonogh right now, the clock's your friend. And there's that look inside that McDonough's loved today and has had some success with. Couldn't connect there. And now we're going to be back at full strength, 6-on-6.
24 on the shot clock. You got to send somebody there.
Yeah, and that's just such a quick release. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Andrew. That was just a really quick release, shot goal by Brendan Millen, sophomore attackman for McDonogh, going against Robbie Hopper. And you can just see here, he just, as soon as he turned, it's almost releasing that from low on his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, I think at some point you tip your cap. There's a lot of individual playmakers on this McDonogh team, but they know how to play together. You look at in the NBA, you got some of these guys. They're superstars. You put 3 superstars together, they can't play together. It's always me ball. But these guys have shown a nice balance here of making individual plays while staying within a 6v6 set. And sharing the ball.
I mean, and Andrew, to your point, going early to guys like Millen and Luke Miller have shown that as you give them an inch, right, they're taking it and they're sticking it.
Right.
So it's tough.
I think it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't type situations. You slide to a playmaker. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to find the open man.
Yep.
Right. It's rare that that caliber of player is going to turn the ball over off of a double.
And I know, as an ex-defenseman, it's disheartening when you're playing defense and you're forcing them behind. You're doing what you have to do, and they turn and get that shot off with really no angle. Oh, good take. Like Jack Newell with the take there. Jack's really come alive here, at least shooting the ball, right? He's not afraid to shoot it, and he's been a little quiet the last few games, but hopefully we can see some more of that out of Jack.
Yeah, and that's a guy that I think early in the season – preseason, they're looking for him to kind of be one of those guys to step up and, demand the ball and make some plays. So hopefully today's kind of his awakening and getting some shots going. And
yep. And Jack Newell, only a sophomore. There's a lot of sophomores on the field for this Spalding team. We got Ace Bruns, number 12, here on defense with Jameson Kaufman, the defensive middies. That was Harry Schneidwin coming from the wing. And he's going to get it back, and he's going to go. Ace Bruns gets the middle of the field. Good, great save by Whitlinger. Good take by Schneidfield.
Went down low and got it.
Schneidwin. Good outlet pass. Robbie Hopper's going to let it, and good check.
He was looking for some redemption there.
Yeah.
But again, a good shot in transition. No one
and goosing that ground ball over to Ace Bruns. Ace Bruns. They've got Oliver Whack all over him. What a great name for a defenseman, Oliver Whack.
He had no choice.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he was whacking on Ace Bruns. All right, so it looks like we have and we kind of got that midfield with Duffy, Bennett, and Garza. Garza going to let it rip. Good backup by number 30, Bobby Comans.
It's right there. Garza's in a drift position. His defender is showing as the slide guy. As he creeps towards the ball, Garza's kind of drifting back into a shooting position. Fortunately, you got to get your momentum going back towards the cage, which he wasn't able to do there.
He'd get it back to Garza. Got him all over him. He's going to go inside. Yeah, he tried to see if he could get that inside. Looks like he might have got his stick checked. Just redirected the ball. McDonogh with the quick clear. Looks like they have, nope, it's all even. Pick up by Dovey. He's going to try to get off the field so they can get their defensive guys on. Robbie Hopper on the ball. I mean, it's 2 minutes left, Andrew. I mean, at this point, you don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but it's a pretty tough hill to climb to score 9 goals here in 2 minutes. Good save. Great save by Whitlinger.
It definitely is, but the game's not over, right?
Yeah.
So you got to take something away from these last 2 minutes. I think you got some new guys in there from McDonogh, but every rep that Spalding's taken.
Thrown out of bounds.
It's a rep that they didn't have, right? These young guys, this might be the first time facing a McDonogh.
Yep.
Right? And so anytime you face that competition, you want to take some positive away from it.
The first time these guys have played at this level.
Right.
And that's, I mean,
it's the big leagues.
Yeah, this is the big leagues. I mean, you have guys going to top Division I schools, and, but to be the best, you got to play the best.
Yep.
And that's what you got to love about being in the MIAA. Great take. Good look by Jamison Kaufman. Great shot and goal by Bobby Commons. Sorry, that's Comans.
I see, just like that. I mean,
and that's another one of those guys getting some playing time and capitalizing on the playing time he's getting. Great look by Jamison. Great catch. Great shoot.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those. Jamison must be getting denied in practice offensively, right? He wants coach to put him in.
Yeah.
The guy's come down a couple times today, taking a couple good shots. Great look right there. I don't know if it's decision-making or if it's, that he's too vital to the team on defense, that they're not letting him play a little bit more. But, big, strong, athletic kid with some vision. Got to find a way to keep him on the field.
And Criswell comes up with it. Comans. Ball. We got Duffy carrying it down. 1:05 left on the game clock. Eagles lead 12-4 over the Cavaliers. So, Andrew, what are you focusing on right now if you're Coach Ford, Coach Phipps, Coach Cottle? Great goal by Alec Howard.
Exactly.
Taking that, sweeping across the top, letting that one rip up high.
Right on cue.
Hey, Alex, welcome to the game.
Right on cue.
Great job. And that's what Coach Phipps wants from Alec Howard. He's a big, tall midfielder heading to UMBC. We need to see some more of that kind of sweeping across the top because he's got that big, strong shot.
Yeah, I think top to bottom in every category of the game, it's been feast or famine for Spalding. In the first 6 games of the year, I mean, they're either taking care of the ball or they're not. Right? They're shooting the ball well or they're not. So if you can stabilize that, you have a much better chance of being successful in conference play here. But if you can't, you make the game harder on yourself.
Yep.
And harder on us. I'm an emotional guy. I'm up here.
You either feast or famine emotionally, and I understand that, Andrew. But we have 44 seconds left here on the clock. What if you're Coach Phipps and the coaching staff? What are you taking away from this game?
Well, here's another chance. We're in a man-up situation here. They've been I'll say relatively unsuccessful from a man-up standpoint. Looks like we actually have a shut-off here. But I want to execute. You know, you have limited reps in practice to get it done. You know, they're going to turn around and play St. Paul's team, and you hate to see that. But every rep is critical. It's a long season, especially with these young guys. So, again, stick with the program.
You know, and I think, you know, a lot of these guys that are now playing for the first time at this level, you know, they're getting used to it, right? Every game is just another chance to grow and gain that confidence. 10 seconds left on the game clock here. Another flag down. Not sure why the ref just didn't keep that one in his pocket. And there's a push. With a half a second left on the clock.
That's it.
And that's the game. Andrew, what'd you think?
I thought they came out of the box hot. I think they rose to the occasion. They knew what was on the line. I mean, this is a team that knocked them out last year of the playoffs. And I saw a little bit more confidence than I've seen in the past, 6 games. So I'm hoping they can build on it. I'm hoping they can, eliminate that turnover plague that's been, killing them for a while here. But yeah, I thought they played hard and was just an outman today.
Well, that is the game. It is 12-5 with McDonogh coming out on top on our first day of MIAA play. I'm Sean Hatley. This is Andrew Scally. We want to thank you for joining us, and we want to thank our production crew, Paul Garza and his crew. And we will see you next week for the Spalding's game against St. Paul's, the boys on the hill, for another MIAA matchup. Thanks for joining.